In the heart of western Michigan are picturesque rural towns where some wild animals are free to roam. For many folks living here, local farms are their livelihood. But serene fields are a backdrop to a raging battle between farmers and the government.
This is the way people have raised pigs for forever.
Mark Baker has been raising pigs for 15 years. He and his family live off their family farm.
You get a lot of bacon.
Here at Baker's Green Acres, Baker takes pride in letting his pigs and piglets roam free on the farm. The Department of Natural Resources here in Michigan has deemed these pigs invasive species. They have ordered farmers to slaughter every last one of these pigs and piglets, and farmers that haven't complied are now considered to be felons. But Baker refuses to mass slaughter his animals.
If the DNR is going to make me do it, they can do it. They can pull the trigger themselves.
Others say they had no choice but to pull the trigger on their own animals.
It's very sad. All I see are tracks of animals that used to be here.
This plot of land on Dave Tuxbury's farm was once thriving with hundreds of healthy pigs.
They're out playing around, and it is really, it's a fun way of raising animals because you can sit out and watch them, and you can tell that they're a happy pig. If there's such thing as a happy pig, these were really happy pigs.
But today, this pen is empty. He says he and his fellow farmers were forced to exterminate their swine before the April 1st deadline.
You had to take the mom out first, or you'd have to watch your back because she'd get pretty angry at you. Had to shoot her first, and then you have to go round up the piglets and shoot them also.
They were small piglets, and there wasn't enough meat on them to do anything with. Some of them we sold for just pennies on a dollar. A lot of the sows, of course, had young inside them, ready to give birth. So they of course just got buried.
Some farmers are calling the government mandate pig genocide.
If you're found with any of these animals, these type of animals on your property, then you'd be fined, you'd be jailed, and you'd have a felony, as well as they would kill every animal on here that they had found.
So what's so bad about these pigs for the government to demand they be wiped off the face of the state? Michigan DNR did not answer our repeated interview requests, but their website argues feral swine pose a problem because they host parasites and diseases that threaten humans and animals and can cause extensive damage to the environment. Farmers say that's hogwash.
Our hogs were the most healthiest ones in the state because we tested every single one that died. Every pig that we harvested, I would take a vial of blood, and I would send them I'd send hundreds of these vials into the state of Michigan, get them tested every year.
Michigan DNR also asserts the pigs can get aggressive and attack humans when cornered or threatened. But according to farmers that raise them, not these pigs.
When they're outside like this, they're in their environment. You see the tails going back and forth. We could take a stroll in there, and they would want to just come over and maybe sniff you a little bit.
So what's really behind the law? Farmers have their suspicions.
My gut feeling, you got lobbyists, you got the white pork industry, anti-hunters, anti-gun, you name it. They always seem to have more money than the good guy wanting to make a decent living around here.
I think what they're getting at is they want pigs that are raised in confinement, in a confinement operation or CAFO. I think that they think that would be acceptable because they can control those animals.
Operations like this, where pigs are mass raised in confinement. The Michigan Pork Producers Association stands by the government invasive species order. They say, quote, "We must defend and uphold Michigan's ban on these destructive disease-carrying animals and close the door to all invasive species." Pigs the big pork businesses consider a threat, local farmers have counted on for years.
This was actually very, very good income for us. So I don't have an answer on how to survive after here, I don't know.
They've already shut my business down. I cannot sell these animals live, and this is half of what I do, what my income is.
It's a fight for their livelihood, a way of life bakers now battling to keep in court. In Michigan, Liz Wahl, RT.